Hello, this is Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here today doing our October reading. I can't even believe it, it's October already. October reading for our Scorpios today. So let's go ahead and get started. And we'll start with the theme of the month, and then we've got some things that are going to change. We're going to change it up a little bit this month. So I will, of course, always use my Angel Tarot deck, and that will give us kind of the basis information. And then we're going to be tapping into Archangel Michael today with this deck. And then we've got a new deck that we're going to be using today, which I was so excited when they led me to bring out this deck, because I've had it for sale at events and things like that, but I haven't actually ever used the deck myself. And so when the intuition came in yesterday, when I started filming the readings, to have that deck come through, I got super excited. And I'll tell you, just working with the deck yesterday, I really like it. Like I love the cards, they're beautiful. And the messages that come through with the animals are amazing, of course. So I'm excited about that. So what do we have for you this month, Scorpio, for the month of October? Eight of Earth is going to be your sort of theme of the month, okay? And what is Eight of Earth about? So Earth cards are all about how you make your money, what you need to do to be here on Earth. And this is a card that is letting you know that this month is about you being sort of recognized, okay? And so what that means is that, you know, the work that you've been doing, you know, finally maybe is making some money, or finally you've been noticed at work. You know, it can be about just sort of getting that pat on the back, even if there's no monetary piece to it, but just people noticing you, right? Kind of increased fame is what I'm seeing around this month. And the other part of this card for you is about going back to school, okay? So I know that you guys were supposed to make a decision. I believe that was last month, was about making a decision. Yeah. Last month had to do with making a decision for you. So I'm thinking that maybe for some of you, the decision was to go back to school. And going back to school can be, you know, physically going back to like a university or a college or something like that. But it can also be about just immersing yourself and taking classes or getting a certification or something that you're very interested in. So it's like you're going to be like a sponge and just absorb all of this information that is coming through for you. And for some of you, this might mean that you are concluding your education. So I'm just getting that some of you are actually graduating. And I know locally here, the school that I took my certification for, excuse me, a little bit of a tickle there. So I know that the school that I took my certification for Feng Shui locally here is the Wind and Water School of Feng Shui. And they have a class that's graduating in October, right? Towards the end of October. So it can be around that. And that popped in for me because that's kind of how the angels and my guides work. They'll give me a clue in some way that makes sense to me in order for me to relay that to you. So some of you are going to be graduating. So that's sort of our theme for the month. But let's keep going and see what else is going on for you for the month of October. So we do have a new moon coming up. So the day that I'm filming this is, it's September 27th today, but this won't come out to you till later in the week. Hopefully I'll get this up, well, this one will probably be up by Friday. And Friday is the new moon, that's the 30th. And so those, you know, sort of energies are already coming in for us, already starting now. And the new moon is about setting intentions. So I love the idea of you guys starting, you know, immersing yourself in a new subject and intending to absorb all you can around that. So that is a beautiful fit with the new moon that we have coming up here. All right. Ooh, lots of purple. A little bit of purple anyway. Okay, and then a little bit of water. All right, so we've got the past or the basis of the situation. We have the Page of Water. And the water cards, of course, are all about the depth of emotion and those feelings, that emotional stuff that's coming up for you. And I don't know about you, but the moon energies tend to bring out emotions for me. So things do, you know, I get maybe a little bit more emotional, sometimes more tired around the new moons and full moons. And this is a duality card. So on the one hand about a person, on the other hand about a circumstance or experience. And when we think about the Page of Water, water people are more internal. Like they are more thinkers, that type of thing. And so this person is someone that is sensitive to energies, because that's another, can be another water trait, right? And Scorpios, you are, that is your sign as a water sign as well. So you tend to be sometimes a little bit more thinkers or internal type of thing. And this person, though, is someone that's very artistic. They can be very friendly. So you feel like you can connect with them. And of course, as a water person and your sign is water, you're able to connect with this person. So this is someone new that had entered your life. And because it's a past card, I feel like this is already someone that you've met. So it could be a new friend. It could be a new colleague, a new boss, a new romantic partner, perhaps, entering your life. And it's about this relationship getting deeper, deepening. So perhaps you're sharing more with each other. Perhaps it is a romantic relationship and you're getting closer. You've decided to be exclusive, that type of thing. Okay, so it's about deepening. Think of water deepening. So this is about deepening your relationship. Okay, and the other piece of this for you, and I think that this other person is really going to play a key in this Page of Water for you, is going to help you with your psychic abilities, because we're all psychic. Honestly, we all are. We all have the ability to tap into that intuitive guidance, the guidance from our higher wisdom, source, God, whatever it is that you call in or you believe in. And you all have that ability, and your abilities, your psychic abilities, are getting stronger, okay? And so I feel like this person is actually going to, in some way, shape, or form, encourage you or help you or guide you or teach you. And it may be that what you're studying or learning has to do with your intuitive skills, right? Could have something to do with that. All right, so then we have the present, what you need to know or work on right now. I don't know that this ring is going to last real long. I've got this, I don't know if you can see this, with a big honking ring on, and I don't wear big rings very often, but it's kind of fun when you're doing videos and people are seeing your hands, whatever. But it's a little bit bothersome, so we might make it through this video with it, and then I might be ditching that ring. All right, so we have the present, what you need to know or work on right now. We have the wheel, which is Archangel Michael. And this is, I always think of this card as, taking the cog out of the wheel. So it's about things moving forward really fast. And our Libras had that, actually, I believe, was a theme for their month of October. And so those of you that are on the cusp are, maybe watching both videos and are going to see some similar things coming up here. But really this, with Michael, this is about, having felt a little stuck or a little bit like, underneath things. And now that cog is being pulled out of the wheel, things are going to start moving forward at a very fast pace. So hang on, right? It's like you just jumped on the train and you just got to hang on. So that's part of the energy of October, is going to be speed. And it's also about that you have good luck on your side. And so, in feng shui, we would call that, good chi or good energy. You've got things coming forward that are good on your side. Okay, so this month of October I do see as being a very good one for you. And let's just keep going and see what else we've got here. So we've got so we had the earth, we had the water, the wheel, and now we've got air. So you kind of are, I'm feeling like there's a lot more balance. And I know that wasn't the case a couple months ago with you guys, but I'm feeling a lot more balance now. And this is the Page of Air. And again, air cards are all about the intellect, about the head, kind of your thoughts, that type of thing. And this is a duality card as well. So on the one hand about a person, on the other hand about a circumstance or experience. So the air people are, they're more thinkers. Like they're curious about how things work, right? They do tend to be honest. They're also very, when I think of air people, I think of them as being very like logical, like step by step. Like they're really good at creating systems, that type of thing. But they can also take action without feeling into it. So they, you know, they get a thought in their head and they run off with it, right? You know, or they take off running, doing it without really seeing if that's in fully aligned for them, okay? So that's just kind of to give you a description a little bit more about this person. And this person is maybe bringing some information to you that you don't want to hear, right? Just something that's a little bit challenging, or, you know, it's maybe you've been planning on something. Could be a home move, could be a you know, just something that you've been looking forward to, and then all of a sudden there's a bump or there's a wrinkle in it, and it's not going to happen exactly when you thought it was going to be. So there's going to be some delays in your plans. And just, I want you to know that everything, even these delays, these little bumps in the road, are happening for you, okay? There is always a message for you in this, and it's best to get quiet, meditate, and see what that message is that's coming through for you. And our deep dive reading may give you more information about that, what's going to be coming up for you around that. But it's just important to know that everything that's happening is happening for a reason, okay? That's not just fluff, it really is, and it's for you. It's not somebody else's fault. It's not, you know, oh, if this person would have done that, it would have turned out okay. No, this is happening specifically for you, okay? So take a look at that and get curious about it. And that's where this air person is curious, right? They can get curious with you about it. Like, wonder what this is about. Like, what is this really about? You know, on the face of it, it looks like one thing, but then when you look at it from the other perspective, it's like, there's something more going on here, right? Okay. So, and again, this, you know, the information that you're getting, it's coming through to you in a way that's not super tactful, right? It's just like, it doesn't feel good when it's delivered, and there's, you know, there's other messages within that for you as well. Okay. So let's move on to Archangel Michael. So he's already showed up here with the Wheel card, and now he's going to be coming in to give you a little bit more guidance around the month of October and what to expect. All right. So the past card we have, which is the basis of the situation, this is using your imagination, and that's going to help you come up with the answer, okay? So what Archangel Michael is wanting to let you do here, encourage you to do rather, is to really tap into the power of your mind, okay? Because our mind loves to imagine things. Like, our mind loves to daydream. And so really putting your mind to work to help to come up with a solution or the answer to whatever it is you're facing, okay? So let it figure out, like, what, you know, if this turned out well, how could that go, right? And so instead of thinking about things in terms of, you know, what can go wrong will go wrong, instead look at what can go right will go right, okay? So this is like totally random, but I just noticed that I don't have my microphone on, so I'm hoping that the sound is going to be okay on this video for you guys. I will check it, of course, but I'm like, oh, dang, I wasn't quite awake this morning when I started doing these videos. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me, and yeah, let's just focus on that. Hopefully you can hear me all right. So using your imagination, tapping into that beautiful, powerful mind that you have that is able to come up with solutions. Because when you think, instead of thinking like, why did this happen? It's like, what now? Like, how can I shift this? How can I change this? So when you ask your mind a question like that, like, how can this turn out well? Then your mind goes to work on that. Then you get that imagination spurring, and your mind will try to answer that question. So make sure you're asking your mind good questions, right? Asking questions that will help you find the answers to things. Okay, so Michael does want to let you know that you're on the right path, okay? So he wants to sort of give you that heads up, that nod, that you are headed in the right direction, okay? So you shifted, you made a decision, hopefully, you know, in August, let go of some things that were no longer serving you. made a decision to move forward. Now you're moving into a space where you know what you want to focus on and you're on the right path. And that's what Michael is wanting to share with you there. Okay, so this is always a fun card to share. This is Archangel Michael again, of course, and this is about, you know, you've created this situation and you have the power to change it. So what I want to say about this is that, you know, we create our lives. Everything that happens to us is in some way, shape, or form something that we created, okay? And some people don't like to hear this, especially when I'm talking about, you know, illness or disease or you know, just circumstances in your life that aren't very pleasant, right? Nobody likes to hear that they created it. But the very, very cool thing about that is because you created it, you can create something different, right? You can shift this, you can change this. And that's where tapping into your imagination is going to really help you. So imagine the best possible outcome. Imagine the gifts that you've received from this situation, okay? So you can create something new that is within your power to do that. Of course, always, always. Okay, so let's look at the animals that we have here for you. I really love this deck. I like of course, I always like the feel of a new deck, right? That's always fun. But just, I love the color of these cards. Like they're just, I don't know, it's so pretty, right? It's just, yeah, it's cool. Okay, so we have the frog. So this is, I love this. This is about purification, okay? So the frog is about purification, which is essentially about clearing the clutter out. So apparently there's more to clear out of your life. And this, I feel like, relates to physical clutter because part of the thing is you cannot get your mind focused when you have a lot of clutter. It's going to be very, very difficult for you to use that imagination and for you to be able to problem solve, especially having a lot of things piled on horizontal surfaces. In Feng Shui, we talk about this as, you know, it's obviously clutter is stuck energy, and I have written a number of blogs around that too that you can go on my website and check out. But the clutter being stuck energy, but the things on horizontal surfaces block your vision. Okay, so it blocks you from being able to see, you know, where you're going or the next step, that type of thing. So really, really important this month of October, perfect time to be clearing out clutter. And the book that I always recommend to everyone, to all of my Feng Shui clients, is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And this is a book by Marie Kondo, Kondo. It's #1 New York Times bestseller, and it's a really, she's doing Feng Shui, even though she doesn't talk about Feng Shui per se, but it's about feeling the energy of the things within your space, okay? And you want to hang on to only those things that spark joy, the things that bring you joy, and the rest of it you just let go of, right? Okay, so that's frog. So then we have beaver, and this is about being productive. So it is time to get to work. It is time to get to work, Scorpios. This is the time, the month to really just stop procrastinating, step up and do those things that you need to do. And clearing the clutter is part of that, right? You've been meaning to do that for quite some time. And it's, you know, Beaver's letting you know that, hey, enough of this, like get to work, like just do it already, okay? And quit, you know, for all the lamenting or the whining or the thinking about it or talking about it, you could have had it done by now is what Beaver is saying, okay? So that's what's coming through around that. And then Antelope is coming through. So more decisions for you guys this month. This is decisiveness. So it is about making decisions. And I don't know that I've shared this with you before, but I have you can get it on my Facebook page, on my website, on LinkedIn, and also on Twitter. I post every day what kind of day it is, decision-making wise. So is it a good day? Is it a very good day? Is it challenging day or extremely challenging day to make a decision, okay? So if you're one of those, you know, if you're having trouble making decisions, take a look at and line up with the energy of those Chinese dates that are good for making decisions, okay, and moving forward. So it really is about, you need to make a decision and then you need to take action on it, okay? So it's not about just sitting on your hands. You've got to take care of this, okay? Some important stuff for you coming in this month of October. That's what we have for you, Scorpios, for the month of October. And again, this is your general reading. You can get my deep dive reading. There's a video following this, or there's a link below that you can go and grab your deep dive video for this month. It's only $5.55 if you want just a single reading. Otherwise, you can join the membership and it's less than that. So less than a cup of coffee, you can get a little bit deeper information around what will be happening for you in the month of October. Take time to relax, have fun, and enjoy your life. Much love. Hi, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji here again, and I want to just share with you a little bit more about my monthly deep dive reading membership that I'm offering. And this is going to give you a lot more information about 4 specific areas in your life. So that would be your health, which includes your physical, mental, emotional, and of course spiritual health. And then the second area is your finances. So what's happening with your money for that particular month. And then thirdly will be your career or your life purpose. What are you here for? And then the last area, of course, the 4th area is your romantic relationships. So we're going to go deep dive into each one of these particular areas. And it's not just a concept or ideas that I'm giving you. I'm actually going to give you real world action steps to take and the support to be able to do that. So much of the information that I'm going to be sharing are things that concepts and ideas, but also the action steps that I give to my private coaching clients. So it's really like having me as your private coach is a big piece of it. And the other thing that you're going to get in the deep dive readings is feng shui tips that I don't normally give in the broader readings, and special adjustments, special things that you can do to help shift the energy in your space. So lots of really cool things around that. The other thing that you're going to get is you will get monthly, you actually get some bonuses with this. So the bonuses that you get are my Archangel Insight Guide. So that's going to give you actually a handy chart for each one of the 15 archangels, and it tells you kind of their colors, what the stones that are associated with them, what types of things you can call upon them for. And then also you'll get Archangel invocations, and those will be for specific angels and words that you can use to call upon them. So those are 2 bonuses that you'll get. And the third bonus is a meditation, and this is related to it's a grounding meditation, and you're going to get it as an audio, which I haven't offered before. So this is something that's strictly exclusively for my angel reading membership members. And you guys get the readings in your email inbox, and you'll also get an audio version of both the general reading as well as the deep dive reading, so that you can listen to it again during the month to get further tips and actions. And then the other thing that you'll get with the membership is you will have a more like actual documents and things like that to help you work through the different processes. So you'll get sort of the support behind the actions that I'm giving you. I may give you an action step, and then I'll have a document that will help explain that. Or I might do a special audio for you around that. You also get a discount on all of my private readings, and that's something that you get as long as you are a member. So that's a really cool advantage that you get as well. And then as I roll out different feng shui courses and different things like that, the members will actually get discounts on those as well. So there's lots of juicy things that you can get from it. And of course, it's that sense of peace and calm, that sense of guidance guidance, that you have someone that's there for you, and the information that you need to make your life easier. So take a look at the link below. There's a link below to check out all the juicy details. You can, of course, just order a single deep dive reading. That's always available to you. And then you can also order, be part of the membership where you get all of those juicy things that I just talked to you about. And that you can do on a monthly basis where you're billed monthly, or you can pay upfront for it and save a little bit of money. I think it saves you about $10, $10, something like that, to pay for it all up front. And then you get that information on a monthly basis. So check it out below. Much love to you, and enjoy your day.